At this time, it is time for our NWL Championship match.
Did you see that? He's in the
my
lobby.
goodness.
Gil Rogers is in the
Why is
lobby
he here?
tonight.
Why is he on the premises? This is trespassing at this point. Hey, somebody get out there. Get some security out there now. You, get some security out there.
Oh, will you calm down, Gil Rogers? Maybe he bought a ticket. We don't know. But look at, here comes Thor Theriot in what I think would be a main event anywhere in the country. Thor Theriot is going to go one-on-one with Jeremy Wyatt right here, right now.
It's been a main event many times in the NWL, and they've traded off wins and victories between the two of them, but tonight, the NWL Championship is on the line. It's the first time that Thor's ever had a crack at Wyatt with the belt. We'll see what happens.
Look at that, Thor Theriot looks more focused and perhaps more excited than I've ever seen him in his career here in the NWL, and it might be his time to shine here tonight against this man.
The Monarch, the King, the greatest wrestler in the world today, in my opinion, Jeremy Wyatt. And he's going to retain that championship tonight when he defeats Thor Theriot, Ben, because he knows everything's on the line tonight. That title belt was not on the line when Thor got the better of Jeremy Wyatt, but tonight is retribution time for the Monarch.
I don't think I've seen fans as enraged at a wrestler here in the NWL as when this man makes his presence known each and every show. Jeremy Wyatt, the self-proclaimed king of Kansas City and the current NWL champion, is despised by every fan here in Overland Park.
I see some people that like him. What are you talking about? I see plenty of people clapping out there. Plenty of people think he's great. Look at that. Using Thor as a coat rack.
He didn't even touch Thor in his jacket. Calm down.
Midnight Guthrie and Jeremy Wyatt with the same tights tonight, apparently.
So tights? He's...
Wrestling fans, direct from the Abdullah Shrine in Overland Park, Kansas. This match, as sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, is scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Nick Chin, and it is for the NWL Championship. Introducing first, the challenger.
Thank you.
From Lincoln, Nebraska, weighing 218 pounds, this is the explosive Thor Theriot.
The most focused I've ever seen him.
And his opponent, representing the Foundation, from Kansas City, weighing 191 pounds, he is the reigning NWL champion. This is the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
I don't think I've ever seen Jeremy Wyatt look more confident coming into a match as he does here tonight. Is he underestimating Thor Theriot? John with some fans there at ringside.
First of all, I went through the entire Wikipedia site during the time that Midnight Guthrie tried to introduce both these guys. But I digress. Look at that championship belt. Jeremy Wyatt putting it on the line against Thor Theriot as Nick Chin holds it high above his head.
One of the best looking belts I think I've ever seen in the history of our great sport, and it represents one of the richest prizes in the sport today because the NWL is the place to be. And look at these two.
No love lost here.
What an intense stare down. I am so excited about this matchup. Thor Theriot is one of the only people to pin Jeremy Wyatt's shoulders to the mat in 2017 here in the NWL. Can he do it here tonight? This is only our second matchup. I'm speechless. This is incredible.
First of all, I have a lunatic out in the lobby out there selling his rags for t-shirts. Gil Rogers, who doesn't have a job, is not employed, doesn't have a ticket, should not be here. For some reason, he's back in here, and I have to worry about Jeremy Wyatt putting his title on the line against Thor Theriot, knowing that psycho's here.
Look at this, great mat wrestling to start off this encounter. Jeremy Wyatt trying to get the better of Thor Theriot in this exchange, and good luck to him on that, because Thor Theriot, look at that, sweeping the leg out, hooks the leg, only gets a 1 count.
Man, these two know each other so well. They know each reversal. They know what the other one's thinking at all times. The good thing about both these men is that they're always constantly adding to their offense. Look at that.
Tries to hook the shoulders down. Oh, coordination. Oh, wow, that was so close. Ragnarok, here we go. The gut. No, both men. Look at that.
Trying to end it early, both of them.
Well, you were just talking about Gil Rogers. Gil Rogers, he believes he's the uncrowned NWL champion. He believes that he should have won that NWL Rumble.
Well, he believes that UFOs exist, and he believes that Elvis Presley's still alive. He's a nut job, I told you, and he's out in the lobby selling T-shirts. Should be giving those away. He's horrible. Gil Rogers, I'm sure Matt Jackson has dispersed his security to get him out.
We saw them trying to talk to Gil, trying to talk some sense into Gil, but he is feeling the love of all the fans here, and not feeling the love is Thor Theriot's chest after that knife edge chop. Oh, another one. I have a feeling Thor Theriot's chest is going to be blistered by the time the night's over.
Here we go.
He gets a 2 count on Thor Theriot.
These two have had such classic matches in NWL history. 2017, like you said, going back and forth, these two. Ultimately, Thor Theriot getting the upper hand then. But at this point, like I said, all the marbles weren't on the line here with the NWL Championship. So that just ratchets up everything for Jeremy Wyatt in situations like that.
And Jeremy Wyatt, like I said, could he be underestimating Thor Theriot going into this contest, knowing that they've split victories almost right down the middle here in the NWL, but Thor Theriot, oh, look at that! Almost threw Jeremy Wyatt out of the ring.
Thought he was going to hit the video board.
Good Lord, follows that up with a hard clothesline. And Jeremy Wyatt's checking his chiclets, making sure they're still intact.
Come on, Wyatt, don't let Thor get the best of you here.
Oh, speaking of blistering chest, what a knife-edge chop by Thor Theriot.
We still got a big match coming up after this. We got the besties in the world taking on Top Shelf, which is, of course, Niles Planquet and Rashid Ali. And like I said, hopefully the besties are thinking like, hey, maybe if we can slide past Top Shelf, we might get another shot at the foundation, but they're not going to get that.
Look at that, gets a 2 count. Thor Theriot with a nice basement drop kick. Jeremy Wyatt feeling the effects, caught right in the mush. And now Thor Theriot hoping to capitalize on that string of offense. Can you imagine if Thor Theriot was able to pick up a victory here tonight, capture that NWL championship, what that does for the entire state of the locker room here in the NWL?
Well, as you know, Jeremy Wyatt, a prominent figure, if not the leader of the Jackson administration with Matt Jackson as the NWL champion right now. Can you believe if they lost that championship?
Wait, look at this. Texas Cloverleaf almost applied.
No.
If he turns this over, the pressure on the back and the knees could be too much for Wyatt. Wyatt struggling to get to that bottom rope. Referee Nick Chin asking for a clean break. Jeremy Wyatt kicks him off.
Get him off him. He was still on
top. Stun gun. He caught him with a stun gun right across the chest and throat of Thor Theriot.
Nice. Got some time to breathe here, collect his thoughts, and Thor down there clutching his chest.
That's one way to put an end to that flurry of offense, is a stun gun. Nicely executed by the NWL champion.
Big right forearm shots, I should say.
Easy for you to say. Look at that back elbow. Takes down Thor Theriot.
Jeremy Wyatt with such precision, such logic to everything he does, as we've talked about. Everything measured perfectly. Come on, don't spend your time trying to placate these morons in the crowd.
Watch what you say.
I stopped short.
We're on TV. You can't say what I'm sure you want to say. Look at that. Flipping over into a pin. Stacks him up on his shoulders. Only gets a 2 count. Wyatt's out. And clotheslines Thor Theriot's head off. Going for a cover. Hooking the leg.
Go. 2. Come on. Nick Chin clearly never in position when he needs to be.
I can't believe you give one of the best referees I've ever seen. You give him so much guff. This guy's a great referee, and we're glad to have him here in the NWL.
Who, Patton Oswalt? You talking about that guy in the ring over there wearing the zebra stripes? He's horrible.
I mean, he does look like Patton Oswalt, but that's beside the point. It's point number 2 you've made here tonight I actually agree with.
Look at that.
Clothesline.
Look at that. Big forearm to the
What
face.
a cocky cover. Doesn't even hook the leg.
That's when you know he's going to win. He's feeling that confident.
I think he's taking him too lightly, and there's a nice 360 neck breaker. A little shake, rattle, roll action by our NWL champion.
Honky Tonk Man's really happy on the golf course in Phoenix right now.
You think he watches?
Does he have a TV?
Look at this, another one. Now we know the game plan of the Monarch going into this matchup. He wants to soften that neck up for that coordination pile driver.
That's
only
right.
Gets a 2 count on that neck breaker.
Working the back, working the neck.
What is his problem here tonight?
Well, there's several fans around the ring. I'm not going to name names, but a lot of them like to just jaw jack with Jeremy Wyatt all night, and sometimes he has to flip a little lip back to him, you know? Sometimes they cry, sometimes they don't. Most of the time, cry.
He does got a poison tongue on him, does Jeremy Wyatt. Look at that, nice. Could he be going out in the sleeper hold here?
Here we go. It's over.
I don't think he has the forearm across the carotid artery, but it looks like if he does, if that forearm slips down, it could be lights out for Thor Theriot.
Somewhere Brutus Beefcake is smiling.
Is he on that same golf course?
I think he is. With his bleached blonde hair and his tell-all book. But I digress. Look at Thor dropping like a heap of potatoes here.
A sack of potatoes.
And a heap. They could be in a heap or a sack.
Look at that. Thor Theriot looks to be almost drifting here into dreamland, if you will.
Here we go. This always works. One.
This is it. Look at this, 2.
Here we go. It's
that
over.
head drops a 3rd
Ring
time.
the
It's
bell.
over. Oh, my gosh.
Come on.
So close. Thor Theriot still got some fight left in him in this matchup.
First time I've never seen that work. Come on, Jeremy.
Look at this, Thor Theriot with some shots to the midsection, trying to break that grip, and he sure does. And now, look, I thought he had one of his own.
Back in it. Look at that, and you talked about just taking that, loosening up that neck, but no.
Oh, look at that blue thunder bomb turns Jeremy Wyatt inside out. Unable to make a cover, though, out of that great offensive maneuver. Thor Theriot still feeling the effects, I think, of those neck breakers and that sleeper hold.
Come on, Wyatt, get up. Or stay down. It doesn't matter. You retain either way. Stay down. That's fine.
Jeremy Wyatt, man, he got turned inside out with that blue thunder bomb. One of Thor Theriot's signature moves. Now both men back up to their feet before the count of 10. Like you said, look at this. These two know each other so well, and they're going move for move. And look at Thor firing on all cylinders here.
Come on, Wyatt. Yes.
Gets that boot up right to the face. 360 power slam. Going for a cover. Could this be it? And we get a 2 count. And somewhere Road Warrior. Never mind. He's on
the best power slam was British Bulldog. We know that. Everybody knows that. Come on, Wyatt, get up on your feet. Finish Thor Theriot.
Look at that forearm strike right to the face. It looks like Thor Theriot may have a little bit more gas in the tank than the champion, Jeremy Wyatt, and he gets out of the way in a hurry and meets Thor with a forearm.
I take offense that this crowd is chanting Ragnarok. They're not saying coronation or anything. Probably too many syllables for them.
Kicks him out, and Jeremy Wyatt takes a nasty spill to the outside.
Watch out, Jeremy. This is where Thor likes to fly. Get out of the way.
Look at that look on Thor Theriot's face.
Pay attention.
What is he doing here?
No.
Going off the ropes and a tope suicida. And Jeremy Wyatt's back cracks against that steel railing.
Come on, Wyatt. Do not let him get to the top.
What is Thor Theriot? Couldn't we see that Swanton bomb? That has put away many opponents here in the NWL. If he hits this, we could have a new NWL champion. But Jeremy Wyatt gets his knees up right into the small of the back of Thor Theriot.
How is Thor even walking? Both knees to the back like that. Here we go.
Look at this backslide attempt
Backslide.
by the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. Look at that, using the ropes for leverage and momentum. Picks him up, Angel's wings, drives his head right into the canvas. 1, 2, no! Almost a 3. Oh, here, look at this. Goes right into that stretch muffler. We've seen him use this to great effect here.
Look at him just keep kicking the back of his head, too.
That boot scraping the back of Thor Theriot's head, trying to almost knock him unconscious to get that stretch muffler, and Thor Theriot makes that bottom rope.
Now that was something to see. The muffler with the kicks to the head, that was great. Now, he might have not have won the match right there, but how much did that take out of Thor? All those shots to the head and then stretching that leg, his neck is hurting.
Thor Theriot's neck may never be the same after this matchup. And Jeremy Wyatt stays on the offensive. That stretch muffler will tear ligaments in the knee, but Thor Theriot just kicked Wyatt right in the back of his head. What is he doing here?
Oh, missed it.
Look at this. Great agility by Thor. Deadlift. German suplex. Almost dumps Wyatt right on the back of his neck.
Not another one, no.
There's another one. Another German suplex.
No, not another one. Not 3.
Look at this, Jeremy Wyatt with a reversal and a German suplex of his own, showing Thor Theriot that he is not done in this matchup. God, look at these two are just going toe-to-toe and turns Jeremy Wyatt inside out. My God, what a match.
They are throwing each other around like rag dolls at this point.
I don't know where these guys get this kind of endurance, Ryan, but it is something to behold. And this is the kind of action you can see whenever the NWL is in your area. Go to NWLeague.com right now and get your tickets for our next show when we're in your area, because, boy, you will not be disappointed. Look at Thor Theriot.
Look at this.
Wyatt back up to his feet. Oh, my God. He threw him halfway across the dang ring, and that could be it for Thor Theriot.
He is out, and Wyatt's still moving around. Usually Wyatt goes straight into a fisherman buster right there, but he's not doing it now. But look, maybe going for that elbow.
Look, skinning the cat up to the top rope.
Here we go, measure him, Wyatt. You got him.
Wyatt ascending to the top rope, the king of Kansas City. If he hits his elbow, and look at that! Thor got his knees up. Wyatt's elbow just crashed into those knees of Thor Theriot.
Look at how his arm could have been broken by that.
That single leg drop kick turns Wyatt inside out, hooking the leg, and only gets a 2 count.
Man.
What a match we've seen here tonight on NWL TV.
What a gamut of emotions we've seen from both of these men. Now both of them hurting. You have the neck in pain from Thor Theriot, but now it's got to be the arm, and the back is hurting of Wyatt.
I wonder what Gil Rogers thinks of this matchup. Look at that springboard DDT, and drops Thor Theriot right on his head. Again, softening that neck up for what he hopes could be a coronation pile driver. And there's one of his moves right there, too. Oh, so close. Almost gets a 3 count.
That's a lightning spiral. And he hits it on Thor Theriot. You asked about Gil Rogers. You think Gil Rogers never seen a good match? He doesn't know anything about this. He's out there selling rags. Come on, Wyatt, finish him. You have him right where you want him now.
After this match, I'm going to go run out to the lobby and get you a Justice for Gil
I don't know. There's no justice for him. He's a moron. Come on, Wyatt.
Look at Wyatt.
Look at Thor barely standing up in the corner.
Could this onslaught of the neck and trapezius muscles, could it be too much for Thor Theriot to stand? Is he going to fall to the Monarch, or does he have that little something extra that's going to lead him to the promised land, to the NWL Championship?
Look at this. If he hits this, it's over.
I, for one, would love to see Thor Theriot atop the mountain here in the NWL. He's a great guy.
That makes one of us. The Jackson administration is right where they want it. Jeremy Wyatt is the best wrestler in the country.
What is Thor? Look at
What?
the look on Thor's face.
No,
What is he doing here?
Oh, he held on.
He has Jeremy Wyatt up. What is charging a buckle bomb right into the center of the back, and there's that Falcon arrow. This could be it. Do we have a new king? No, almost a 3 count, and we almost had Thor Theriot pick up that NWL title.
What a buckle bomb. I thought Jeremy Wyatt held on. I thought he was safe, but no, Thor powered him out and threw him on that top buckle.
I almost thought Jeremy Wyatt was broken in half by that buckle bomb from Thor Theriot.
This isn't looking good. Thor looks to be getting his, third or fourth wind at this point.
These guys had put on a wrestling clinic here tonight, and I, for one, the only true winner of this match is the fans, and there's a cactus clothesline, and both men spill to the outside.
Both down and out outside, and Nick Chin's going to have to go inside, start the 10 count. Like I said, Jeremy, just stay down. You win either way. Just stay out there. But you know what? Even though I would probably do that, he'll never do that because this is a guy that doesn't want to win this way, Ben.
Well, I think a lot of people counted Thor Theriot out of this matchup, including the Monarch, and now Nick Chin's up to the count of 6. Can both of these competitors make it back before the 10 count, or does Jeremy Wyatt even want to?
Double count out, maybe?
Hey, we're up to 8.
Come on, Wyatt. Get in there.
Wyatt's up against the guardrail. Thor Theriot, oh my gosh, so close. Almost got a double count out, and both men make it back before the 10 count.
Jeremy Wyatt was clearly in there before Thor. Nick Chin not saying 10 because he doesn't want Thor to lose. What a biased referee.
The crowd's solidly behind Thor. Look at these men, knowing that they've spilled blood and shared so many wars inside the squared circle, and now it's all come down to this, a war of attrition between champion and challenger.
Big haymakers between these two men now. Who will walk out as the NWL champion at this point?
I can't believe this is only our second matchup. We still have a main event to go here on NWL TV, and I'm dang near exhausted as both of these guys are exchanging scintillating forearms. And there's that jumping knee strike.
Man, Jeremy Wyatt, the big boot to the face there.
Oh gosh, that boot caught Wyatt right across his jaw. And look, these two.
They can't knock each other down at this point.
Exchanging slaps and strikes, and look at this, they're only being held up by each other.
Back and forth they go. Who is going to get the upper hand?
Forearm strikes, both men refusing to fall, using the other as a pendulum, making sure, look at this, what a fight we've seen here, and both men refusing to lose in front of this sold-out crowd in Overland Park. Keep your eyes on Thor Theriot. What is he going to do? Picks him up. Look at this. Drops him right on the back of his head. Could this be it? 2 and 3. No, so close. I thought that was a 3 count.
It doesn't even look like he has a spinal column now, Jeremy Wyatt. He's just jelly in there. Thor Theriot, he's done what I didn't think he could do. He's taken Jeremy Wyatt out of commission. How did he even kick out of that?
Fans are right. This is awesome. This has been one hell of a title match, and Thor Theriot could put him away right now with that Ragnarok. Oh no, look at this coordination. Both men getting out of each other's moves here. rolls through.
Oh, look at that.
He just spiked him. He just spiked him in that coronation out of nowhere, 2 and 3. This matchup is over. Wow.
Wrestling fans, your winner, and still NWL champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
And out of nowhere, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, scores with a pile driver, that coronation, and puts away Thor Theriot. And Ryan, I gotta tell you, I've called a lot of matches for this great organization, and that might be one of the greatest matches I have seen in quite some time. The Monarch may in fact be the king of Kansas City.
And while he is the king of Kansas City, he's the king of the NWL, he's the king of the Midwest, the king of the United States, in my opinion. He just defeated Thor Theriot in, like you said, maybe the greatest match we've ever had here. And look at the reversal to get into that coronation pile driver. What a match, what a victory for the king of the administration he is too, Jeremy Wyatt.
I don't think, man, we still got a main event, folks, and that's Top Shelf Entertainment taking on the besties in the world. Will they earn a spot at the top of the tag team ranks? We'll find out tonight.